can watch me when I fall, when I cry, when I get shot, when I go to jail, when I die. You can watch.
Your homie Gab is in the building.
Big Syke.
It's the Imperial serial killer, alias Mussolini. The beginning is the ending, am I just a slave? So I got to be brave, from the cradle to the grave. This is one thing, Pac met me off the streets. All he knew I could rap. He gave me a shot, but I met Pac through one of my homeboys named Serge, and I did an underground album at the time. When Pac met me, I already had an album done in the package and was running around selling it.
Yeah.
So when he met me, I put that on hold, and you know, he started a thing called Thug Life, and from that point it just took off. Back to what I was saying about the Pac thing, I met Pac and I just got to cracking, and you know, the rest is really history. Y'all had to read the book.
Hey, Syke, nigga, come on, man, get up out the bathroom, fool. Let's go.
One time we got on a plane and we went to Vegas in like 15 minutes from airport in the Valley. We was in Vegas like 15 minutes, man. I was like, that's when we did Checkout Time. That's when we did a couple of them songs, and we was just having the ball, man. Crystal every night, you know, sweets, and just living the life, man. Living the life. I love them, you know, them ghetto passes, man, that nigga can go anywhere, man, and they don't think I'm the police. You know, they love a nigga for what a nigga did and the nigga I was fucking with, so it's like, no matter where a nigga go, it's just nothing but love, and that's what I really love about, you know, just fucking with Pac and the whole Thug Life all thing. Is just the love that a nigga get no matter where we go, and you know, that's what it's really about.
Yeah.
Bullshit ain't nothing.
Here my closest road dog, nigga. You know what's up. Big Syke.
You were saying that you sometimes bothers you that people take the wrong message from Tupac songs. They only take the bad, not the good.
Yeah, I mean, if you notice, rap gets blamed for the problems of America when all the rappers are is basically, you know, voices of the inner city. And what I mean by Pac, people take the wrong thing from Pac is that a lot of rappers took the dissing and type stuff and maybe quote unquote all what the media blew up of him that was negative, instead of the positive things that he did by helping guys like me, like helping the Outlaws, all the guys from Thug Life, always giving to people, especially, you know, when we was going places, he was always giving money away to people in the ghetto, and he was always doing positive things. But
they never talk about that.
No, they never talk about that. I mean, if you notice, they never gave him a Grammy, they never gave him a BET Awards. He sold more records than all them cats, and they ain't got it yet. But I ain't saying that, you know, who am I?
A lot of rappers still, it seems like, want to be Tupac. They want to have his popularity, they want people to love them like everyone loves him. But why do you think no one's succeeding?
Well, because this is what they failed to realize about Tupac. In order for them to be Tupac, they would have to die before they peaked. Right before they peaked, they would have to die. So if you don't die, you can't do it. Bottom line, if you don't go die, you're not gonna be the next Tupac, because it ain't gonna be the next Tupac, straight up. I mean, to me, they try to steal more of his look, his wildness, but they can't do it. They'll never survive shooting at some police. You'll be locked in jail for the rest of your life. They'll never be able to get shot 5 or 6 times and still be able to run around and do some music and rap about it. Most 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna survive it. So, like I said, that was something that won't happen probably in our lifetime again. What people don't realize, that everything that's made, the shirt, this hat, this ground, these bars, the cars, everything was an idea before it came reality. And that's the power that God gave every human being to create something from your imagination. So you can become anything you want to be, and I'm living proof of it, because I used to just want to be a rapper, but I did everything I had to do to become one. So now, you know, I looked up one day and I was like, damn, I'm straight a rapper. So regardless of what I did before in my life, because I was in the streets and doing things that I'm not proud of, but I'm not ashamed of either, you know, because I adapt to my environment. And, you know, you can become anything you want to. Just aim for the sky. Sky's the limit with me.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is MAKAVELI Media. On some real G shit for a minute, though. This video here is about Big Syke and Tupac. Not about Frank Alexander, what he said, Ain't about what we could prove Big Syke did, what he didn't do. It's strictly about the relationship between Big Syke and Tupac Shakur. Makaveli the Don and Mussolini. I got my own theory about what Frank Alexander said about, you all heard it. Let me come out and say it. Big Syke went behind Tupac's back, tried to get a record contract from Suge Knight. Suge Knight came back and told Tupac was done with Big Syke. If that happened, that's really unfortunate. But in my opinion, I think Suge Knight was real strategic how he separated Tupac from his former crew, Thug Life, one by one. Even Tupac's stepbrother, Mo Preem, because of some allegations or some things Suge Knight said about him. So Big Syke was the last member of Thug Life that was kind of still lingering around, still rolling with Pac. And yeah, eventually, Suge Knight told Tupac something that made Tupac show Big Syke the exit. But nevertheless, I still believe Big Syke had a lot of love for Makaveli the Don. That's my opinion. When you hear the brother talk about Tupac, he never mentioned no ill will for Tupac. He never seemed upset. He never even told us that happened. He did interviews and he was glad to speak about Tupac. No ill intent in his heart. That's what I truly believe. If you just look at the whole situation, Pac brought him in the game. He was grateful to Tupac. When Tupac got rid of Thug Life, he kept Big Syke. He made Syke an honorary member of the Outlaw Immortals. When he went over to Death Row Records, and we all know that Death Row ain't nothing but mob, members of the Bloods. Syke is a straight up Crip. He walked Tupac to the door of Death Row Records. Ain't hesitate. By himself. Win, lose, or draw. He walked Tupac to the doors of Death Row Records and sat down at the table with Suge Knight to make sure Tupac was good. I mean, that could have went bad for Syke. Could have went really bad. But he showed up. I remember Tupac did a song about his closest road dogs. The first name that came out his mouth was Big Syke, Mussolini.
Hit my closest road dog, nigga. You know what's up? Big Syke.
When I hear Tretch talk about Tupac, he said good things about Syke. When I personally talk to members of the Outlaws, Tupac's homeboys, before the stardom that was there during his journey, when I always ask about Syke, they tell me straight up, Gab, I don't think Syke did that. See, my job here ain't to try to convince you that Syke did anything or he didn't do anything. That's not what this video is about. This video is me simply giving my opinion on the subject from the private conversations that I've had and the things that I've seen. Leads me to believe that, you know, Big Syke had a lot of love for Tupac. Maybe he got desperate. Maybe he thought he was in there with Death Row. Maybe he thought Tupac wouldn't mind if he asked Suge for a record contract. But I truly believe Big Syke had to understand that Tupac was big on chain of command. You hear Tupac mention the phrase military mind. I got a military mind. In the military, there's structure. You got your generals, you got your captains, you got your lieutenants. You know what I mean? You got regular soldiers. And, you know, all chain of command, all structured, all organized. So if Pac say he the general and he tell you hold tight, hold tight. You know, you fall out of pocket, you get left. It's that simple. I don't think Syke would have took a chance like that. You know, I really don't believe that. But if he did, maybe he made a mistake. But did that mean he didn't have love for Tupac? I don't believe that. I believe he did have love for Tupac. So the video is a complex video, like their relationship was complex. I think that we'll never know the full story because Tupac, you know, ain't here to really tell us, basically. And unfortunately, so is Big Syke. Syke has moved on and, you know, passed away. So all we have is videotapes, memories, and music. But nevertheless, Big Syke and Tupac, Big Syke will forever be a part of the Tupac Shakur mythology and the Tupac Shakur legacy. Anyway, I need you guys to share and like this video. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is MAKAVELI Media. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.